I mean, honestly, I believe that women have their place and men have their place. I guess that's kind of a controversial one with the girls more so.
Yeah, that's probably gonna.
Wait, can I ask you to elaborate on that though? Like, what do you mean we have our
absolutely.
place and men have their place?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm full like women need to be in the kitchen and men need to go to work and all that stuff, but obviously both roles need expectations, you know.
Okay.
So if you want your man to provide for you and to be out in the world busting his ass every day, you definitely need to be taking care of stuff at home, like 1,000,000%.
But what if I told you, because I don't want to be at home all day, because like my dream job is to be.
So you're working as well.
Yeah, like I want to be a forensic scientist.
Okay.
So like if I want to do that, but my husband was working as well, and say like I have a kid, what do you think that I should still be at home caring for my kid?
I don't think that is a sustainable dynamic. Both of you working full-time jobs.
It wouldn't
with
be
the kid at home.
Okay.
Like who's going to take care of your child?
Well, say
do you want
like
someone else watching your child for the rest of your life?
Well, say my husband was a teacher. So say he was he was like a substitute or something. And say like I was the one bringing in most of the like income. Is that like a problem or like?
Well, both of you are working full-time jobs with a kid at home who's being watched by someone else, so you're not even seeing your child being raised.
Well, that's not true. My dad, I mean, that was the same thing for my parents. My dad worked nights, my mom worked
like
during
I was,
the day, so they both got to interact. I don't think like just because you guys both work,
yeah.
like you're like shooting.
Well, I think the answer to that is maybe put your child in something extracurricular like sports or some other activity outside of school, so where you both
I guess
can
it
work.
depends on the age of the child.
Well, that's true too.
Well, like I was I've been a nanny for like multiple families at like once, and like it was like very different age ranges, and the parents are still very much involved. So it's like I feel like even if you have like full-time jobs, like for one of the families, like the wife would travel a lot, but she was still heavily really in her family's life. So I feel like even with a full-time job, like I could still be in like involved with my like kid's life, and like. So I feel like even though like both me and my husband had like full-time jobs, I could definitely still be involved in my kid's life, even if say I did have a nanny, because like I've been in that nanny's position, and every time like the parents have always been very heavily involved. I've never been in like a family. I can't really speak on like a family that has never been involved in their kid's life, but through my experience, I've always had like very heavily influenced from the parents still, no matter what.
Or like, what about families, they need both parents to work because they literally can't live if they don't. They need that money.
Because like California is really expensive. So I always think about like that sometimes, where it's like, no matter what, like you still have a mortgage to pay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you gotta like do everything you can for your kid, even if that does mean working so hard for them. And like, you might not be able to see them. You might have to get a nanny, but you still have to do that because they need to provide for the kids.
I guess I have a kind of biased opinion. I don't even know what the word is for it, but because I grew up with a mom who was there for me growing up. She was taking care of me, dropping me off from school, picking me up, taking care of my baby brother. So I obviously have a different experience from other people, but for me, when I have a child, I don't want them to be raised by someone else.
No, I fully understand that
I
too.
want my partner to be able to take care of our family.
Yeah.
That is what I'm searching for personally. And, as far as like financial situations, I mean, all of this has, different things that come into play. But for me personally, I'm looking for someone that can support a family. And I will work and do my part up until we have a child, and then I will.
No, I respect that
100%.
Like, yeah, like when I was a kid, like my mom worked, and then when she had me, she like took care of me until it was like I was old enough to where like her and my dad could kind of like switch off. But no, I fully understand that part. So I get your side. I just was curious on like what your standpoint was.
Wait, so Natasha, were you saying that were your parents separated, or?
My parents only separated when I was in high school. So
okay.
we all lived together up until that
it.
point.
Okay.